Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode number 42 of the Total Extreme Wrestling 2020 Save, the WWE 2020 Save. I haven't done that sort of intro for a while, but you get it. You get the point. We are past the TLC pay-per-view. I hope you enjoyed that on Sunday. Please, if you did, let me know, because we are past it. We are moving on, and we're on the road to WrestleMania, really. But we'll start with the Royal Rumble, shall we? So this week, we've got a lot to pick up on. We've got a new Universal Champion, a new WWE Champion, a new United States Champion, and a new Raw Women's Champion. Big time. Let's get on with it. Monday Night Raw opens up with AJ Styles, the former WWE Champion, is in action against a local jobber, Lee O'Brien. We're putting him in there with a local jobber to sell this story that AJ Styles is furious. He is vengeful, and he's more vicious, and he takes it out on Lee O'Brien. 82 from Styles, Lee O'Brien 30, domination, Styles clash, bish bash bosh, get out of there. 63, fine. Post match, he gets on the mic and he demands that Andrade comes out here right now and gives him back his championship. He wants his title, and he wants it tonight. Instead, out comes Christian. Now Christian says, "You're not getting a title match tonight, AJ. You were beaten last night, fair and square. So, look, I'll take your title challenge into consideration. But tonight, you're done. You can go home. You're done." AJ doesn't take kindly to that, as you would expect. He goes mental. A 75 rated segment. He destroys Lee O'Brien again. He continues to beat him down to the point that Lee O'Brien is just a helpless little child. By that point, well, not a child. That'd be weird. But 75. We'll move on. We went to break, and we come back from break to find Aleister Black sitting in Christian's office. Christian says, thanks for coming. Thanks for bringing back the title, I would say. And Aleister says, listen, I'm here because I want to be a fighting champion. I want to challenge. I want to challenge tonight. I want a challenging title match. What have you got, Christian? Christian is a little bit, you could say he's a little bit annoyed here. He's not heelish, but he's annoyed after what's just happened with AJ. And he finds Aleister in his office. And he says, fine, you want a challenge? I'll give you a challenge. Tonight, you will defend the United States Championship against The Miz. Aleister gets up out of the chair, pleased. Okay, you can make that work. And Christian says, and Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee. 73 rated segment. We are doing a big title match in the main event. Aleister defends against The Miz, Drew McIntyre, and Keith Lee. Wow. We went to the ring for a 73 rated match. Very, very good here from Kofi Kingston, because he's got 73 out of Shane Bleeding Thorne. Well done, Kofi Kingston. The New Day got a win under their belts after losing last night. We got them back on the winning trail. 64 for Xavier, a 78 for Kofi, 33 for Shane Thorne, Brendan Fink, 45. Yeah, not bad actually. Post-match, the New Day cut a promo on the Hurt Business. In the match, they were a little bit more determined. They've got their head screwed on now. They know what it takes. They've been in the ring with the Hurt Business. They know what they can bring. So now they're focusing. And they say this in the promo. They talk about how last night, you know what? They were beaten by the better team on the night. They can't complain, but the New Day will regroup. The New Day will recover. And the New Day will regain their Raw Tag Team Championships. Will they? We'll find out. 69, decent promo. Backstage, AJ Styles is continuing his rampage, and Rey Mysterio, unfortunately, is the man who walks into his path. AJ Styles hits Rey with a Styles clash on the concrete backstage. Ouch. 69, carry it on. Sami Zayn was in action for a 70 rated matchup. He defeated Grand Metalik. A good win for Zayn here. 67, Grand Metalik 50. When I originally wrote down my plan for tonight, this wasn't on it, but I had to fill the time. So Zayn gets a win. Fine. Good match as well. Backstage, Keith Lee is warming up for his matchup tonight in the main event when he's approached by MVP and the Hurt Business. Now MVP says, "Look, kid, I like what you shown us last night. I like what you can do. Just imagine what you could do with us." Keith Lee looks at MVP, smirks, and walks away. 65 rated segment. That's all I'm saying. Braun Strowman was in action against Riddick Moss at 72. Good stuff. We gave it a bit more time than I'd like to, but we had to fill the time, so it is what it is. Braun Strowman 80. Riddick Moss 37. Braun carries it. Good win for Braun. Back on track for him. You would expect with the Royal Rumble. Let's put our Jerry Lawler voice on. Who the hell is going to eliminate a man the size of Braun Strowman? Let's see. We went back to the ring where Becky Lynch has come out and she is having an in-ring segment here. She calls out Shayna Baszler. She says last night is not where this ends. She wants Shayna Baszler right now. Now Baszler comes out in a neck brace. She is in no fit state to fight, but she's a former MMA champion, I think, or MMA fighter anyway. She's not backing down. Neck brace or not, she is ready to fight as well. And before Shayna can get to the ring, the referees run out, stop her. Christian comes out on the stage and says, "No, this can't happen. This cannot happen. You are not medically cleared to be in that ring. I will not allow this to happen." And Becky, I understood your anger at being attacked, but what you did last night, getting yourself involved in a Raw Women's Championship match, was out of order. So I'm going to put things right. At the Royal Rumble, Charlotte Flair will defend her Raw Women's Championship against Shayna Baszler. Baszler looks pleased. And he says, "Becky, I'm not going to be too harsh on you. You know what? You're in the Royal Rumble. At number 1, Christian makes Becky Lynch number 1 in the Royal Rumble. And before we end the segment, Christian says, "Oh, and just to make sure we get there, if either of you lay a hand on each other before the Royal Rumble, Shayna, you've lost your match. Becky, you're out of the Rumble." So big Royal Rumble stipulations here set out. It's going to be interesting. I'm not saying any more. Becky's in the Rumble at number 1. 83, good segment. Ciampa and Bryan put on a match against AOP for 78. This is good. This is good, actually. No surprise with Daniel Bryan putting on an 87. Master at work. 64 for Tommaso Ciampa. 58 and 59 for the heels. Yeah, good win for Ciampa and Bryan, who do still need a name. They do still need a name. I am struggling with this one, but they get a win. Post-match, they get on the mic and they say, "Look, we are a team right now, and I understand that." This is Daniel Bryan saying, "We're a team right now, I understand that, but I am entering myself into the Royal Rumble." Tommaso Ciampa says that's fine because I've also entered myself into the Royal Rumble, and they give each other a sort of smirk at each other when the music of the Artist Collective hits. Sami Zayn, Elias and Cesaro walk out on stage and say, "You think you're funny, you think you're going to win the Royal Rumble? Well, you're not going to win the Royal Rumble, because the winner of the Royal Rumble will be an artiste, and it will be one of the Artist Collective." And to really, really put down that point, they destroy Bryan and Ciampa here. 3-on-2, and they leave the faces laying. 74, good promo. Or good segment, really. 62 rated match in the women's division. Bayley and Nia Jax defeated Liv Morgan and Mandy Rose. Yeah, this is fine. No real storyline to it. We just wanted to get Bayley a win here, and Nia back on track with a win as well. Mandy Rose and Liv Morgan aren't in a position to be pushed, so solid TV stuff. I got no issues with it. 62 as well is fine. Charlotte Flair got a promo on Shayna Baszler. She's asked about how Shayna's going to have a rematch, and Charlotte says, "Look, it's simple. I beat Shayna Baszler. I beat the Queen of Submission fair and square on my own last night. I beat her. And at the Royal Rumble, I will do the same." 74. Right. We went back to the ring for a title celebration. The new champ is here. Andrade is here. But if it's a title celebration in the WWE, well, it doesn't go well, does it? That's right. AJ Styles, Austin Theory, Angel Garza interrupt to try and attack Andrade. Now, Andrade's still a heel, but when the WWE Championship is concerned, you can do heel versus heel as far as I'm concerned. We're not quite going to do heel versus heel, though, because running out to get himself involved and seemingly save Andrade is Sammy Guevara. 70. I'm not adding any more. Let's see how that goes, shall we? It's announced next week. Christian's just saw what's happened, and he has made the matchup. It will be Sammy Guevara and Andrade teaming together against Austin Theory and Angel Garza next week. That's not all. Bayley, he will be in action against the man Becky Lynch. Two of Raw's top women, really. Two women you would expect maybe with a shout of winning the Royal Rumble. They'll go one-on-one next week. Where else are we going? We're going to Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara, after running off Andrade, running off AJ Styles, we know he's in a match next week, but he's in a match tonight as well. A 69 rated matchup against John Morrison. So this isn't bad. Sammy Guevara 57, John Morrison 63. Guevara's got to start beating some bigger names if we're going to put him in a title picture. So we're going to strap the rocket to him a little bit here. So a good win over John Morrison, 69, fine. Next week, then, there's one more match announced. It is going to be an 8-man tag team action coming from the Raw Tag Team division. It's Woods and Kofi, The New Day, teaming with Bryan and Ciampa against the Hurt Business and Cesaro and Elias from the Artist Collective. That could be wild. Okay, Drew McIntyre got a promo on Aleister Black ahead of the main event. He's not the only one. 67 from McIntyre. The Miz also got a promo for 70, which is no surprise because Miz is very good. And this is for the United States Championship. Aleister Black wanted a challenge. He's got a challenge. Your winner. And new United States Champion in a shocker, Drew McIntyre. Wow. Aleister Black has a one-day title reign. The comment section is going wild right now. But you know what, guys? You know what? I said Aleister Black at Survivor Series needed the title taken off him. That point still stands. So, Drew McIntyre pins Keith Lee. Underhanded tactics, it said there. I had in my head a handful of the tights, and he rolls up Keith Lee. 78. 84 for Aleister Black. 85 for Drew McIntyre. Keith Lee, 68, the worst of the lot. 72 for The Miz. 4 top talents in the main event at Raw, and they put on a very good match for a 78. Very good match. This is leading somewhere. Don't worry. 78. Right. That gives us a 78 rated Raw. Again, solid. It's what we've been doing most weeks. Last week was an exception, but it's better than solid. It's good, but it's consistently good. And I'm pretty pleased that we've managed to make that happen. So, yeah, I'm happy. Okay, main event kicks off with the artiste Sami Zayn. He's in the ring against Akira Tozawa for an 68. This ain't bad. Sami Zayn 67 was actually slightly off his game. He's working main event. He probably didn't give a shit, let's be fair. 51, Akira Tozawa 68. Sami Zayn gets a win. Another win. Post-match, he cuts a promo talking about the Royal Rumble. He says Sami Zayn will enter the Royal Rumble. Sami Zayn will throw 29 other people over the top rope and win the Royal Rumble. And Sami Zayn will beat whoever is the champion at WrestleMania. It doesn't matter. Sami Zayn, a little bit of a Rock promo there, actually. But we'll go with it. 73, good promo. Lacey and Carmella cut a promo on the Iconics here. For 64, they say that this Friday they will win the women's tag team titles on Smackdown. We're putting the titles on the line on Smackdown, and Lacey and Carmella say they will win the titles on Friday. They believe in themselves. They believe in their value. Right. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defeat Lana and Ruby Riott for 59. Again, this is just another match, really, to get on the card. But the point was to get Alexa and Nikki a win. They will be involved in that match on Friday. Roman Reigns got a backstage promo for 74. That's it. Reigns event. It's on again. He's not wrestling tonight. Yeah, everyone's just switched off the video, I know, but Roman Reigns is not wrestling. He cuts a promo on the Royal Rumble and he says he is in. Roman Reigns is in the Rumble, 74. Okay, Keith Lee cut a promo on Drew McIntyre for 71. This is an interesting one. He's speaking about Drew using the tights to beat him for the United States Championship on Raw. Keith Lee says, you know what? It's not quite what I expected from Drew McIntyre. A man who's held himself with the highest pride all year. On Monday, he'll say, I did what I had to do to win, and I get that, but I'm disappointed in your conduct, Drew McIntyre. 71. Bit of issues here, isn't there? Bit of issues. The Raw Tag Team Champions, the Hurt Business, were in action for a 61 rated match against Humberto Carrillo and Kalisto. Again, another match just to get them a win, get the people in the storyline a win. It's fine. 61. Bobby Lashley the best, no surprise. But yeah, another win. Damian Priest getting the pin as well. So good. Alpha Enigma cut a promo on the Usos for 62. They talk about how they want their title opportunity. They have earned it and they want it. We'll see whether that happens soon. 62. Jeff Hardy didn't do well, but Chad Gable did, so that's good. Seth Rollins got a promo saying that he may not be United States Champion, but that's fine because he is the saviour of Smackdown. He will save himself. He will save everybody in this arena, and he will save the blue brand from extinction. 70, good promo. He's in action in the main event. We haven't got Reigns, but we've got the Disciples, Seth, Murphy, and Shelton against Apollo and Cedric and Bo Dallas for a 58. Whoa. Okay. That was a bad main event. He had Seth in there for a 75. He couldn't carry it, though. 54 for all the faces. 59 for Murphy. 50 for Shelton. That's not a good main event for main event. Seth Rollins almost injured Bo Dallas after a botch move. Cheers, Seth. 62. The matches didn't hit tonight. The promos were good though, so it's a main event. It's main event. It's fine. NXT this week kicks off in very good fashion. Matt Riddle and Zach Gibson in ring competition. Riddle beating Gibson with the guillotine choking about 15 minutes. An 84 from Riddle, 64 from Gibson carries this to a 76. Good start to the show. Very good start to the show. Matt Riddle is killing it right now. A really good performance once again from the bro. Matt Riddle. Good stuff. Post-match, he cut a promo on Balor, and this is where he really explains what winning the NXT title will mean to him. He says that winning that championship makes you a star. It makes you known. It makes you NXT. And Matt Riddle wants to be someone that these fans look up to, and NXT needs to be the brand that everyone loves. Matt Riddle wants to be the champion that everyone loves. 73, good promo. 59 for a promo from the Undisputed Era. They're challenging the big beefy boys here. They say, look, don't worry about previous losses. It doesn't matter. We have won the NXT tag team titles more times than I can count, really. And you know what? I want to do it again. 59, they make the challenge. They want the big beefy boys tonight. We got a break. We come back from break. It's revealed that Regal's made the match. It's happening. Big beefy boys and Undisputed Era tag team titles tonight. 50 rated backstage segment here. We see Dakota Kai in the background. We don't hear what she's saying, but all we see is she's talking to Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. The Way. 50. The Rascals debuted here on NXT for a 53. Now, there's a slight issue with the Rascals that one of them was a heel and one of them was a face for some reason. So we're going to have to try and fix that. Great. 62 from Zach. 55 from Trey Miguel. Sarav and Rinku were beaten and they put in the 30s, late 30s. 53, that's not too bad. Not too bad. Eric and Ivar, the Viking Raiders, the War Raiders, sorry. I've got to get used to that. Cut a promo on the North. They revealed last week that the North were the team that attacked them. They said they want their revenge Viking style. 59. It's then made. William Regal makes the matchup. For next week, we're going to see the War Raiders and the North. Tegan Nox was in action for a 55 rated matchup. This is very good. Tegan performed really well considering her 47 popularity. She got a 59 performance, 31 from Chelsea Green. You can tell the story here that after last week where Tegan and Dakota Kai maybe took the star away from Chelsea Green, who was debuting a new talk show, The Green Room. She wanted revenge. She asked for this matchup. She didn't get the revenge. Tegan Nox won. Post-match, though, we find out why Dakota Kai was talking to The Way, because The Way destroy Tegan Nox 2-on-1, and Dakota Kai's just watching from the staging area, just laughing. Tegan Nox, it's not going well for her there. 47. Crazy Mary Dobson, and we have another vignette, and then it's announced next week she will debut in NXT, or re-debut. Crazy Mary Dobson in action next week. Cameron Grimes and Timothy Thatcher cut a promo on Pentagon Jr. bragging, they say, last week we dealt with this Rey Mysterio wannabe. He will no longer be needed in NXT. He'll no longer be here out of fear of what we're going to do to him. So don't worry. Pentagon Jr., Pentagon who, as far as I'm concerned. 46. Let's see if he's correct, shall we? Cameron Grimes was in action against Danny Burch for 52. This is better than it probably should be, actually. Cameron Grimes, 53. Danny Burch, 26. A good win for Cameron Grimes. Post-match, they celebrate. He has his arms raised. They exit the ring. And as they're walking up the ramp, well, out of nowhere, Pentagon Jr. attacks. It's a bit Spider-Man-esque, you can say. He dives from the top to across the stage, I want to say, if possible, and he attacks Cameron Grimes. A 50 rated segment. Not great, actually, but Pentagon Jr., he's not afraid. He's not leaving. He is here to stay. Santos Escobar got a backstage promo talking about how last week his title celebration was ruined and the disrespect from the Cruiserweight division will not be accepted. The disrespect will result in beatdowns, let's just say. 51, and next week we have it announced. It's going to be a 6-man tag, ignore that. Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, Raul Mendoza, Legado del Fantasma against Isaiah Swerve Scott, Lince Dorado, and Jake Atlas. So that should be an interesting match for the Cruiserweights. Okay, next up, it's for the NXT Tag Team Championships. It's the Big Beefy Boys against the Undisputed Era, your winners, and still NXT Tag Team Champions for a 72. That's a very good match. The Big Beefy Boys defend their belts once again and successfully do so. They pin Kyle O'Reilly with the beef sandwich. Following interference from Adam Cole, he comes down to ringside. He distracts O'Reilly, which means Dijakovic can get the win. Good win as well. 72, really good stuff. Kyle O'Reilly, 70. Bobby Fish, 66. 59 for Dominic Dijakovic. And 53 for Bronson Reed. That's going to help the champions big time, and it furthers the Undisputed Era stuff, so that's good. Roderick Strong cuts a promo on Adam Cole after we come back from break. He says, look, we need to deal with this. We need to end this, and we need to end this at TakeOver. Roderick Strong puts the challenge out there. He wants Adam Cole at NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. That's what we are doing it. We are doing it. Johnny Gargano cut a promo on Pete Dunne. He says that the North American title is his life's work, and he will do anything to get it back. Gargano's in the main event tonight, alongside the NXT champion Finn Balor, against Breezango. It should be good. Let's find out. 72, good promo. The match itself, an 82. Wow. And it wasn't even Balor who's carried this. It's Gargano who put on an 85 rated performance. Balor, 68. 48 from Fandango. 59 from Tyler Breeze. What a match that turns out to be. What a great match. Balor and Gargano get the win. Balor pinning Fandango after the coup de grace, let's say. Post-match is where it all goes down. So Balor is feuding with Matt Riddle. Gargano is feuding with Pete Dunne. Oh, that's right, the Broserweights. Let's put them together then, shall we, for this post-match segment. And they destroy the NXT champion, and Gargano and the Broserweights celebrate to end the show. Feel good ended. 71 gives us... That's a good score. That is a good score, a 76. The main event has, well, the two main matches, the main event and the tag titles match, has been very, very good. The rest was okay. Matt Riddle was good in the opener. Good NXT. Okay, NXT UK tonight kicks off with Chris Brooks in action against Ilya Dragunov for a 55. This is pretty good. Chris Brooks coming off the back of losing to Volta. We've got him a big win over Ilya Dragunov. He performed well with a 34. As I say, 57 from Chris Brooks. Brooks is into that feud now with the Ojmo, which I really, really hope will be a shining star of the NXT UK brand, especially with something we're announcing later. So 55, good stuff. After the match, Chris Brooks got on the mic and talked trash about the Ojmo, which caused the Ojmo to come out, and a brawl between the two broke out around the NXT UK arena. Referees had to be pulled out to stop it, but these two, it's getting personal and it's getting violent. 46 for the brawl, so good stuff for this feud on this show. Okay, we did a women's division matchup for 41. This is good. We did have Toni Storm in there, who carried it. Toni Storm teamed with Zia Brookside to defeat Bobby Tyler and Lana Austin. The whole Austin and Toni Storm feud type thing, we're putting it on the back burner. It wasn't working, so we're putting it on the back burner. And we put Zia Brookside in here. This is actually about Zia Brookside more than Toni Storm. Toni Storm's in there as the star power, but Zia Brookside, I've got in my head, she puts in a good performance. She gets her groove back again after losing to Martina a few weeks ago, and Zia might now go on a bit of a winning streak, hopefully. 29 for her, 46 for Toni, 31 for Lana Austin, and 26 for Bobby Tyler. There is some talent in this NXT UK women's division. Popularity wise, there's not, but there is talent in it, so I'm pleased with that. 41. Afterwards, we go backstage to Julia cutting a promo on Kaylee Ray for 34. Not a great promo here, but it's okay. She's talking about how last week Kaylee Ray told her to stay out of business, but Julia makes it very clear Kaylee Ray is her business, because Kaylee Ray is the NXT UK Women's Champion, and that belt is her business. Julia makes it clear that no matter what, no matter the respect between the two that's there, Julia is coming for the belt. And then it's announced. It is announced. Johnny Saint, you could say, or whoever really is in charge in terms of the save. I don't really if we've ever really acknowledged that, but it's been announced that there is an NXT UK takeover coming. NXT UK takeover Insurrection will come the night before NXT Takeover Vengeance Day. So we're going to do a weekend NXT Takeover weekend. That'll be one episode on its own. Saturday NXT UK Takeover. Sunday the NXT Takeover. So yeah, and the first match has been announced. It's for the NXT UK Women's Championship. It's Kaylee Ray against Julia. Two baby faces, but hopefully they'll have a cracking matchup. Kaylee Ray, one of the longest reigning champion in the company at this point. Will she hold on to it one more, or will Julia take the belt from her? 28. Good. Not bad actually for the segment. That's not all though. That is not all. We can confirm the main event for NXT UK Takeover Insurrection. Volta is your NXT UK champion, and he's fought off some foes in the past months. It is fair to say he has fought them off, whether it's Killian Dane, whether it's Drake Maverick, Chris Brooks as well, on so forth. You get the point. He has another challenge, but a challenger he's familiar with. That's right, we're doing it. Tyler Bate versus Volta. 1-on-1 again for the NXT UK Championship. A rematch from NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff. We're doing it at Insurrection. 57 for the announcement. I really think this could be an amazing matchup. I hear a lot of you going, wow, you're doing that early. Yes, I am. I am planning for the final episode of this series, and I don't know if I've announced this on YouTube, but I'm only running till WrestleMania. So the final episode of this series is going to be NXT UK TakeOver, NXT TakeOver, and WrestleMania. We're doing an NXT UK takeover in between as well. Interesting. Tyler Bate, though, cut a promo after the announcement for 59. Good promo here. He says, look, I was the first NXT UK champion, but I was not ready. I was a little young for the pressure of the shoulders that it comes when you're NXT UK champion, and then Pete Dunne beat me for the title, and I didn't know where I was going from there. I had no idea what to do. And I tried to find myself, and I got myself into a decent position. I won the tag titles, and I even had a shot against Volta, but Volta beat me. But Volta didn't get the real Tyler Bate. Volta didn't get the Bate that can be unstoppable. But since then, Tyler Bate has found himself. And Tyler Bate says at NXT TakeOver Insurrection, Tyler Bate will reclaim his NXT United Kingdom Championship. 59. Good build so far. That's not all, though, because Tyler Bate will be in action next week. Tyler Bate versus Danny Jones, one-on-one next week. If Tyler Bate's in action, though, so is Volta. And Volta will be taking on Cara Noir. So that's 2 big matches, really, for next week on NXT UK. Okay, Drake Maverick, we got him on the card here. He suffered an injury, so that's good. 5 minutes in, it's not a storyline to it, but we just want to get Drake Maverick a win. 58 from him, 28 from Gabriel Kidd, 35. Sustained a fractured coccyx. Good. Okay, before the main event, the Prestige, the NXT UK Tag Team Champions, got a promo on the Welsh Dragons. The Welsh Dragons have worked their way into a title opportunity, and the Prestige say, look, if we're going to do this, let's do this at TakeOver. Let's do this at Insurrection, and let's steal the damn show. The Prestige are trying to make the best of the situation they're in. 56, so a good promo. They're in the main event tonight. Can they pull off a pretty good match? They can. It's not bad. 50 against Scotty Davis, Tyson T-Bone. Not a lot of star power in the main event this week, but we tried to put the Prestige out there as the tag team champions, and it weren't bad, actually. Joe Hendry, 51, carrying this one. 47 from Eddie Dennis, 36 from Tyson T-Bone, Scotty Davis, 34. Dennis was actually off his game, but we got a 50, and the Prestige win, like you'd expect. Post-match, the Welsh Dragons come out here for a standoff, but the Prestige are no longer being prestigious, you could say. They absolutely blindside the Welsh Dragons and beat them up around, in the ring, you could say. They hit their double team finisher, and Eddie Dennis gets right in the face of Mark Andrews and says, see you at TakeOver. 44 for the segment. That gives us a 52 rated NXT UK. That's not bad at all. Considering you look at the people on the card tonight, that could have been worse. Probably could have put Chris Brooks in the main event, maybe swap those 2 angles around. But you want to give the belt some legitimacy, so I wanted to put them in the main event. 52 is good. Okay, we move on to Friday Night Smackdown, and we open up with the new Universal Champion, Big E. He is here. He is bragging. He is happy with what he has done at TLC. He's happy that he's walked away with the Universal Championship like you'd expect. He's bragging about beating Bray when the lights go out. The lights go pitch black. Obviously, a reminder that the Fiend's presence in this Universal title picture is still here. But when they come back on, Big E is looking around. He can't find anybody. But when he looks behind him, he sees Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is there. Stunner to the Universal Champion. Big E left laying by Kevin Owens, taking advantage of the opportunity to put his claim forward for the Universal Championship. Good segment, 83. That's all we're doing with the Universal title tonight. That's all we're doing. Randy Orton was in action against Bo Dallas for 82. This is very good. Randy Orton defeating Bo Dallas. He Bo-leaved and running point to the head. Really? Really, Randy? RKO, okay. 81 from Randy Orton, Bo Dallas 55. Orton lost to Ricochet, of course, at TLC. Couldn't win the Intercontinental Championship. He's not quite finished with Ricochet, though. The promo afterwards for 73, talking about how Ricochet will fall to the RKO. Okay, we went backstage where the Usos approached Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns backstage, and the Usos talking about how, you know what, they need to stick together as a family. Roman Reigns looks at Jey Uso, looks at Jimmy Uso, and walks away. 68 rated segment. The Usos want familial support. Rhea Ripley was in action against Naomi for 52. Face versus face here, because we haven't got a lot of heel women on SmackDown, but that will change soon. 48 from Rhea Ripley, 54 from Naomi, and a good win for Rhea Ripley. That will help boost her more and more, which is good. She cut a promo afterwards on Sonya Deville for 66. Good promo from Rhea Ripley, talking how Sonya Deville's got herself in Rhea Ripley's business. Well, Rhea Ripley will return that favour. Seth Rollins got a backstage promo for 70, talking about how he lost the United States Championship, but it's okay, because tonight, somebody will be SmackDown's sacrificial lamb. Seth Rollins is in the main event, by the way. Main event tonight. Right then, the Usos were also backstage preparing for their matchup when they were interrupted by Rikishi. Rikishi is here tonight, the father of Jay and the father of Jimmy, of course. Rikishi says, look, I'm here to support you guys, and I want to come out at ringside to support you. The Usos are in action next. 60 rated segment. The Usos versus Heavy Machinery. Gets us to 76. Very good matchup. You can see here the champs win. Jey Uso pinning Tucker with a handful of the tights. 84 from Jimmy Uso. Jey Uso 75. 55 for Tucker. 66 for Otis. Good performance from the tag champs. Really good match. But they did cheat to win. The handful of the tights was not what Rikishi likes to see. And he does. He gets in the ring. He confronts the Usos and complains about the cheating. So the Usos... they attack their father. They attack their father. A double super kick, a double splash. Rikishi left laying by the Usos. Chad Gable and Jeff Hardy, Alpha Enigma, run out to try and put a stop to it, but they're a little bit too late. The Usos, of all their familial support they want, they've taken out their father. 67, not a great segment, but in theory, it's better than what the game says, I hope. Sasha Banks got a promo on Bianca Belair for 70. Good promo from Sasha. Tonight, Sasha puts the title on the line again against Bianca Belair. It should be an interesting matchup, that one. We have new women's tag team champions. That's right. Lacey and Carmella have defeated the Iconics and Asuka and Natalya to win the tag team champions. Lacey pinned Natalya with a swinging neck breaker. And this is the official turn we're going to do. They've won as heels tonight. And this is the official turn. So we'll turn Lacey Evans. And that's good. The turn was a complete success. And we'll also turn Carmella too. Which is a complete success too. We've built it up. They are now heels. Lacey and Carmella have achieved their value. And they are women's tag team champions. She suffered a shoulder tendonitis. Hopefully that won't be too bad. But yeah, 66. Good match. Helped by Asuka being in there for sure. Okay, Bianca Belair got a promo on Sasha for 71. Back and forth these two are going. Bianca Belair, good stuff. And now Bianca Belair is in action. Can she take the championship from Sasha Banks? Your winner. And still SmackDown Women's Champion, the boss, Sasha Banks. 60 from her, 50 from Bianca, 62 the match. So it's a good match. And Sasha defeats Bianca Belair. This is going to tie into a longer story, particularly with Belair. That's the plan. Good match though. Potentially the actual match they go with in real life. So we've done it on SmackDown. We've got other plans. Post-match, Io Shirai turned up, destroying Sasha Banks. She destroyed Bianca too. Io Shirai, furious at losing at the pay-per-view, takes it out on the champ, takes it out on tonight's challenger. And that leaves an opportunity. Sonya Deville tries to take that opportunity. She comes down, Money in the Bank briefcase in hand. She's about to cash in when Rhea Ripley runs down. A big boot to Sonya puts her out of action for a minute or two, meaning she won't be cashing in. Rhea Ripley has stopped the cash-in from Sonya Deville. 64, a lot going on. Ricochet got a promo on Randy Orton for 70. Again, a lot of what you'd expect. He's willing to put the title on the line whenever, wherever. It doesn't matter. Ricochet's in the main event. It's Ricochet and Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins and Murphy in the main event. Gives us a 78. Good match. Good match. Not quite as good as the Randy Orton match, but that's okay. 78. Reigns and Ricochet, the babyface power duo, defeat the disciples here. Roman Reigns pinning Murphy with a spear. 84 from Ricochet, 80 from Reigns, 82 from Rollins, and a 61 from Murphy. He's what did drag it down, but that's okay. And I think having Murphy in that match is fine. But Seth Rollins has had a tough time with it. He's lost the title on Sunday. He's lost again tonight. And he said someone was going to be a sacrificial lamb. Well, that someone is Murphy. That's right. Seth Rollins hits Murphy with a curb stomp. This is not a face turn. We're not splitting them up. This is to make them stronger. As a cult leader, Seth Rollins is setting an example and he is sacrificing Murphy so he will come back stronger. 71. Good promo to end it. Good SmackDown again. 78. It's similar to Raw where it's good. It's watchable. Well, it's more than watchable. It's very good, but we're not quite hitting that upper echelon yet. I don't know if we will in this save. I hope we do, but we're doing everything we can. Some big matches on the card tonight. I'm impressed with how the women's division has improved. Look, 66 and 62 for their title matches is very good. If these main events can start hitting the 80s, 85s that we saw at the pay-per-view, we're going to hit that next level. We haven't quite yet. And that is the end of the week then. And again, a pretty good week. A massive title change on Raw, by the way. Who expected that? Not a lot of you. That's but I guarantee you. Drew McIntyre, your new United States champion. We're going to pick up with that on Raw. We got a lot of things going on. We're building to 3 pay-per-views technically right now. There's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. And with WrestleMania around the corner, oh, what a time to be alive. Now listen, last week or the week before, I dropped a Survivor Series 1990 review on the channel. Please go and watch it. Let me know what you think. It's a breakdown of the pay-per-view. We go through all the ins and outs, really. The Undertaker's debut, the gobbledygooker. But it did have some good stuff. Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, a big part of it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure you drop a like on it. If you like this one, drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. And until next time, peace.